What is going on, guys? Today we are taking a look at the I500 TWS AirPod clones. Now, these, in my opinion, you've probably seen these online already. They're all over the place. They're everywhere. But these right now are probably the best iPod clones that you can find on the market. But do they stand up as a good pair of earbuds? I'm going to tell you more about that here in just a minute. But before we jump into that, I just want to say that if this is your first time to the channel, welcome to Plug and Play. My name is JDubb, and the goal of this channel and of this video are to help you guys make a better tech buying decision. Now, if that sounds like something you're interested in and you want to see more reviews and other tech-related videos just like this one, please consider subscribing to the channel, hit that bell notification so you don't miss any other videos. Now, without further ado, let's jump in to the review. So to get this out of the way very quickly, for full disclosure, I do want to say that the seller of this particular pair did send these out to me to do this review, but I'm going to try and give you the best non-biased review that I possibly can of these earbuds. I'm going to give you the pros and the cons because there's quite a few of both of them. So we're going to cover all of that, but again, guys, the goal of this is to help you make the best tech buying decision, and my unbiased review is what I'm going to attempt to give you today. All right, guys, so it should come at no surprise that these earbuds are going to come in a pretty Apple-y looking package. Okay, so right off the bat, we've just got a very standard looking square package, pretty small, pretty compact. I mean, the device inside is very small, so that's kind of to be expected. On the back here, nothing else very special. Here's the open-looked version. You got TWS with charging case, and we'll jump into the details on that here in just a minute. You crack this guy open, and there you have it. There's your earbuds, which look just like Apple AirPods, so we'll put those over here. Everything else in here is pretty standard, what you would expect to find. Your very legit looking manual here. Oh, maybe that way. I don't know, like that. And then you've got your Apple Lightning cable, which is definitely not an Apple branded Lightning cable, but it comes in a nice little packaging loop to make it look that way. So that is what you get in the box. Now let's jump in and take a closer look at these AirPods, and let me show you how good these actually look. Here is the AirPod packaging. Now, these guys, the clones have been around for a while now, but this is getting to the point where it is so similar to the real thing that you really almost can't even tell them apart. And I'm going to show you one of the reasons why I say that is on the back here, you're going to see it actually says designed by Apple in California, assembled in China. So the very high likelihood that this is actually a real AirPod case. This might actually be the actual AirPod case that they are getting from a manufacturer of some kind, but it looks very identical. You got your LED indicator here on the front, you got your button on the back for pairing, which we'll do here in just a minute, and then that is the case. You flip it open, you got your blue LED or your green LED right here in the front showing that it is charged. It flips open, and here are the AirPods. Now these guys, I mean, I really can't say much else. I mean, these are as close as it gets. I mean, these look identical. I mean, I don't even know what else to say. You know, if you've seen AirPods, if you've worn AirPods, these are AirPods. These are identical, pretty darn close to identical clones. I couldn't even tell the difference, to be perfectly honest with you. So there it is. I mean, I'm not going to waste too much time on that. Those are what you get in the package. So let me get these guys paired up. Let me show you the pairing process so I can help build my case as to why I think these might be some of the best AirPod clones to date. All right, so here we are. I've got an iPhone here. I don't use an iPhone, but I have an iPhone that I can use for this. And they're not paired up currently, but I want to show you this is a working iPhone. Everything, it's just a standard iPhone. I got an airplane mode. Bluetooth is on. These AirPods are not currently paired to anything, so I'm going to show you here. Basically, we're going to look at the instructions here real quick, just so I can show you guys kind of how this goes down. So with iOS, we're just going to hold down the button, and we're going to flip the thing open, and we're going to hold down the button, and you're going to see exactly what I'm talking about here. Flip open. I'm pushing the button on the back of the case here, and there they are. I mean, close. Oops, sorry. Here we go. Open those guys up, and I mean, look at that. We're talking like the actual AirPod flow, the real AirPod flow connection. There it is. There's the case volume or case battery life. You got your AirPod battery life. I mean, we're talking as legit as you can possibly get. So realistically, I mean, like I said, I can't say enough that these are so similar. Now that they're paired, open them up, and you should get, yeah, I mean, there it is. We're talking serious. So there's the first major thing that tells me that why I'm saying that these could be some of the best AirPod clones to date. I mean, we've got the actual AirPod pairing and connection flow. All right, so clearly, guys, as you can see, these AirPods are, they're a really, really good clone. We're talking probably some of the internal chip stuff is the same. The case itself might actually be an iPod case or an AirPod case. I mean, we're talking clone. Now, overall, let me talk to you. I want to talk to you how they sound and how I feel like they sound as far as an actual pair of earbuds, right? Because at the end of the day, we want to be able to use these guys, right? We want to actually be able to use these as a pair of AirPods. If you're going to buy AirPod clones and you're going to walk around looking like you got AirPods in, you at least want them to be able to play music and sound decent, right? You're not going to get, obviously, you shouldn't be getting the exact same experience you do with real AirPods, but I'm not a big fan of AirPods just in general. But if this is what you're going for, let me get my playlist fired up and I will tell you exactly what I think live right here. I got them in right now. They feel like AirPods. I mean, I can hear everything. There's no noise isolation, which is what I expect from AirPods. So overall, that's the exact same experience, which is no surprise, right? These are clones of the AirPods, and so I'm getting the AirPod experience here. So they're in. I got them connected to my device. But before we move on really quick, I do want to say that I'm going to be using my test playlist on a service that I now start using called Tidal. Now, if you don't know what Tidal is, I am a Tidal affiliate, so I want to put that out there. This is not a sponsored clip, but I just want to say that I am affiliated with Tidal now. And I have my official earbud testing playlist. I'll put a link down in the description below, as well as a link to Tidal where you can get a 30-day trial for free, so make sure you check that out down there. Again, that is an affiliate link. If you use that link, I do make a small commission off of that, so just that is being full disclosure and clarity. But the reason I use Tidal is because they have the hi-fi option. So when I'm testing my really high-end earbuds and headphones, wired headphones, I have that hi-fi option, but they have one of the biggest libraries of music available. Hit the link down in the description below. Check it out if you're interested in. I absolutely love them. And I also put a link to the playlist that I'm going to be using to test these guys right now. So let me hit play on this and let me tell you what I think as I'm listening. Let's hit play on Caleb Welch Rainmaker, full volume. Here we go. Okay. So I got to turn down a little bit. Volume level is very high. They do a good job with the volume level on these. Overall, kind of building. Mids are good. Mids are definitely good. Feeling the mids are a very solid sound on these earbuds. Not great, but I mean, they're okay. They're doing well. All right. Okay. Okay. So after listening to that, like I said, that's a great song because it has awesome range. It hits really high on the Tweety side. The highs, it's very crisp in this song. It's got a great mid all the way through the song, and then it has the deep bass drops. Now, I can say that the mids to highs, they're okay. They're a little bit muddled because of the bass. The bass is kind of ever present, so they went bass heavy on these guys, which is not a bad thing. You know, if you're a bass head and you like volume, these guys got really loud. I actually had to turn them down to about 70%. You know, I'm not the loudest music listening guy, so they were above my comfort level, which is good. If you're a bass head, these work great. But overall sound signature wasn't bad. I think a lot of it, you know, the lower quality audio that I'm kind of feeling here a little bit is mostly because of the noise isolation, and that is something that happens with AirPods regardless of whether you're getting the Apple AirPods or you're getting the Apple AirPod clones here. At the end of the day, this is an interesting scenario, okay? Because when you think of Apple AirPods, there's a status thing that goes along with that, right? When you're talking about Apple products, right? There's something that happens there with status and with, you know, with just kind of a message that you're putting out there. You've got the Apple AirPods. People know how much they cost. You know, there's a lot of things going on here. So from an outward appearance perspective, if you didn't tell somebody they were clones, I would be shocked if they could tell. So if that's something that is important to you, right? I mean, I understand that. I understand that, you know, wearing a high quality product is important for some people. And if that's one of your things, I would definitely think that these check that box. If you're going for audio quality, I've tried AirPods before. I think their audio signature just all around is just a little bit better. They're not terrible earbuds. I'm gonna put this out there for $49.99. Like I said, at the time of making this video, I don't know what the price is when you're watching this, but at the time of making this video, for 50 bucks, you know, you get the Apple AirPod look, you get the Apple AirPod pairing and connecting experience. So what do I think? Do I think you should buy these? I think if you want to get AirPods, but you don't want to spend that much, this is a great alternative. This is as close as you're going to get to the real thing that I've seen so far on the market, and at a price point you can't really beat. I mean, 50 bucks is pretty solid. Do I think, you know, if you're looking for audio quality, could you look elsewhere to get, you know, a really good pair of Bluetooth earbuds? Absolutely. But again, if you're going for the AirPod look, the AirPod feel, the AirPod kind of experience, these are a great solution, and I'm not gonna lie, they would fool me. I wouldn't be able to tell you the difference. So overall, guys, at the end of the day, yeah, I would think that these are a pretty solid buy if that's what you're looking for. I can't vouch for quality, I can't vouch for warranty, I can't vouch for longevity, you know, so buyer beware in that respect, because they are clones and, you know, that kind of thing. But outside of that, guys, I think they're a pretty good buy for 50 bucks if that's what you're going for. If you're going for AirPods, 50 bucks is not a bad option to go with these. So again, links down in the description below. My title playlist that I tested these earbuds on is also down in the description below, so make sure you check that out. But guys, if you have questions, comments, concerns, you want to let me know, you want to ask more, you want to know more about these, hit me up in the comment section below. You know I love having conversations with you guys. But other than that, guys, that is it for me. Before you actually take off, I did want to say that I'm going to do a review of the matte black version of these in the next video. So hit at the end of this video, make sure you check that out. There's going to be a little box there, so you can check those out as well. So make sure you check those out if you're looking for matte black AirPod clones that are identical to these. They're just matte black, which is super sick. So if you want to check those out, check out the next video right after this. But again, that's it. That's it for me. I'll see you guys in the next video.